Laketa Joe.
Hello, my name is Jan Robinson, sign name Jan.
My name is Joe Francis. This is my sign.
I enjoy coming to Bridges for the Deaf and Hard of Hearing every day to talk for interpreting services, if I have an emergency, if I have any problems or struggles. My mother purchased an RV for me to park on her property. My mother's house had water, and I would get a bucket. It was cheap. There was a tree out back with a water spigot beneath. I would take the bucket and fill it with water, but that water was cold. So I would take a bowl and dip out the water one bowl at a time and heat it in the microwave so that I could have hot water. I lived there from 2015 to 2019, no, from 2015 to 2020. I liked the RV. It was quiet, peaceful. I played games. I enjoyed getting out and walking. I played a lot of outdoor games, like darts, and bowling. I really enjoyed that. After my mother died, my sister sold the house and RV. I felt like, where am I going to go? I felt lost. I felt alone. So I called Mike, Kim, Tracy, and Nancy. I talked it over with Tracy and my sister, and we looked for a place for me to live. We didn't know if I should get a roommate or go to a shelter, but eventually we found an apartment. I feel proud of myself that I was able to get my own place. I'm happy. It's beautiful. The building is 10 floors. It's quite the place. I enjoy it. The deaf always love Bridges. We come in here and use things like the video phones or just to say hello and visit. Or I come in and say, hey, Eric, I need help. I need an interpreter. I need help with something. I need an interpreter. It's a crazy busy place, but they're here all the time.
I'm deaf and I serve on the board of directors for Bridges for the Deaf and Hard of Hearing. Truly, I love Bridges for the Deaf and Hard of Hearing. Many people and friends come here to socialize, eat together, and play games. All different people come, and it's wonderful, so much better than staying home alone. I really enjoy it here. I grew up in an oral school and used these bulky hearing aids with a box that hung around my neck. I hated them, but my mom said I had to wear them and read lips until I was 13 years old. That's when I moved to Knoxville to attend the Tennessee School for the Deaf. Everyone was signing. I didn't understand any of it. But my parents dropped me off there. My mom said, stay, learn. I made my first friend there and started learning. Then I took those hearing aids off, and none of the other people used them. When I next went home, my mom asked where my hearing aids were. I explained that no one in Knoxville used them, so I took them off. My mom said, no, you must wear those hearing aids. So I put them back on. That continued until I got married. I took them off. My mom started to fuss at me, and my dad said, "Stop. She's married now. You can't say anything. She's free." And my mom never said another word about it. We were at Cracker Barrel, my husband, my daughter, and me. The hostess was gathering the menus, and we were signing. We followed her to the table, and she handed out the menus. I opened it and looked. What is this? My daughter threw up her hands, grabbed those menus, and marched off to the hostess. My parents are not blind, they're deaf. The server had given us braille menus.
I'm deaf. I was born deaf and grew up deaf, and I'm still deaf. I've had a lot of frustration searching for a job. Often, the person hiring has never met a deaf person, and they're resistant to the idea. It's hard for the person to understand that I'm capable of working and doing everything that the job requires. Now I'm here working at Bridges, and I'm very thankful for the leadership that made that happen. Bridges really helped me with my budgeting education too. I've had challenges, but the staff here really continues to work with me, and I really enjoy working with them. I'm very appreciative. I'm black, just like everyone's a color, brown or white or whatever. But as you can see, my skin is black. I know that God made everyone the way they are and not just one race. I know the racism of the past still exists, that it's never gone away. And deaf people experience discrimination as well. Black deaf people do. We can all feel fear. People don't understand other perspectives and experiences. They dismiss people with disabilities. But there's no perfect person. We all have sin, so I must fight. You must fight to continue to learn how to behave in a relationship with each other, with respect and maturity, and try to understand each other's point of view. We don't want to go back to the past, but we must come together and deal with what's right now. I hope in the future we're not as separated and that this issue is gone. We must continue to fight to know each other. We're not united right now, and lack of education and exposure can be a problem. But if we socialize and get to know each other, we develop understanding and build relationships and unity. We must learn together and from each other. We have to continue to fight until we build understanding and solve this problem. I hope if you're interested in becoming more involved with Bridges for the Deaf and Hard of Hearing, I hope you'll join us. Join our community. You have the opportunity to learn and to have a relationship with us, to enjoy this community. And that's everything. Thank you.